a darker side of Asmongold has been revealed. The famous YouTuber recently released a video explaining why he's been living like an animal for 13 years.
Hey guys, it's me, and today I want to answer a question that a lot of people have been asking me my whole life, and more importantly, they've been asking me a lot recently, especially online. And that question comes in many forms, but it always distilled down to the same thing, which is, in one form or another, why are you like this?
In his video, Asmongold opens up about his upbringing, stating that he was a fairly normal kid growing up.
Is that I actually, if you can believe this, I know this might sound shocking, is that I actually have not always been like that.
However, things in his life began to take a downward turn, leading him to live in conditions that some have described as animal-like. This begs the question, how did he turn out so bad? Asmongold, a popular YouTuber and Twitch streamer, first rose to fame with his World of Warcraft content. Over time, he expanded into reaction videos discussing a wide range of topics from politics and streamer culture to drama within the gaming industry. However, one aspect of his life that has consistently drawn attention is the state of his living conditions, most specifically his incredibly messy room.
Yes, cricket. Wait, is that real?
No, it's
oh,
not.
I thought that was real.
It's not.
Wait, you have soap. Dude, you're sick. It's crazy. No, this is fine.
Yeah, I usually don't use that one.
Wait. Oh, no, this has been used.
The state of his home has sparked so many reactions that it even became a joke in the gaming community. A satirical post once suggested that Asmongold's bedroom should be added to the video game Power Wash Simulator, which tasks players with cleaning filthy environments. In response, the game's official Twitter account said that they weren't sure they had the equipment necessary to tackle his room. Even his dad has taken jabs at him, once calling his place a shithole during a live stream.
It's just a couple. It's just a shithole. I can't believe it.
It's like, what do I do with all this stuff? Like,
I'm gonna bring a goddamn box up here.
no, no.
Despite the harsh criticisms from strangers and family alike, Asmongold has never shied away from addressing his messy living space. In fact, he has openly admitted on stream that his room is in desperate need of cleaning.
I feel like I'm gonna clean my house. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm actually gonna clean my house. I'm gonna clean my house. Because it's gotten so bad.
Asmongold explained that the decline in both his living habits and mental state began in high school and got worse when he was around 22 or 23 years old.
And I think that it really kind of started a lot when, I would say in high school, and then later on it kind of entered phase 2. And that was probably somewhere around 21 or 23, somewhere around there in those age groups. And that's whenever, you know, the degeneracy really kind of went, you know, it ratcheted up to the next level. I leveled up, new expansion release, DLC, etc., right?
He explained that while he didn't have much trouble making friends as a kid, he always felt a bit different from others. He shared a story about how every night he asked his mom to read aloud the sins from the Bible so he wouldn't have problems down the road.
In a reference, I guess you could say. I used to have my mom read me all of the different like sins in the Bible and everything, because I understood even as a little kid. I'm like, there's something wrong with you. You know, like you better learn this so that way there aren't any problems in the future. And
Asmongold also opened up about his struggles with understanding how to treat people. He recalled an instance during his childhood when he intentionally hit another child in the face with a baseball because the boy had made him angry.
One time, like for example, there was a kid that I was like playing with baseball with him, and he was annoying me, making me mad. And so I hit the ball, and I hit it with the explicit intention of hitting him in the face with the ball. And I did. And so...
as he entered high school, things didn't get any easier. He mentioned that he never had a girlfriend and felt like he was never treated well by girls.
I never really had a girlfriend, right, in high school or anything like that. Maybe, you know, I talked to a girl, but not really, okay? And so I was never really treated very well by, you know, a lot of girls or anything like that, and big...
This social rejection weighed heavily on him until eventually he reached a point where he stopped caring. He spent much of his teenage years trying to disconnect himself from society altogether.
That was it, and at that point I pretty much had completely disconnected myself from the perception of other people. And this...
Asmongold also talked about growing up in poverty and how, at one point, he became entirely consumed by World of Warcraft. This, he said, marked the peak of his degeneracy, and it was around this time that he gave up on trying to be a normal person.
being like a normal person. I gave up on being accepted by the public. I gave up on living a normal life or, you know, having a family or anything like that. I just felt like I just was not capable of that based off of my experiences that I had. And I had many other ones too.
The talk then shifted to his mother, who he lived with and took care of until she passed away in 2021. The streamer called this time very upsetting.
She was like on the ground, like crying, begging me not to call an ambulance. And so this was very upsetting for me, by the way. I got to the point.
He also made it clear that he wasn't seeking sympathy. Instead, he wanted his viewers to understand where he was coming from. While Asmongold shared that he's in a happier place now, he admitted that earlier in his life, he always thought he would end his life after high school. That all changed with the release of World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King in 2008, which gave him something new to focus on and shifted his perspective. He also explained that his way of living is simply the only one he knows, and that things have always been this messy for him.
And so, for me, the way that I live and everything is a manifestation of that. It's always been this way for me. My mom, like growing up, things were pretty messy.
According to him, another major reason he lives this way is that all the dignity he had and everything he has ever cherished have been taken away from him.
Because I've lived a life where I've tried desperately to hold on to any degree of dignity that I've had, and anything that I've had, and it's just slowly been taken away from me. Whether it's myself, pieces of myself, other people, or the way that the world sees me.
He explained that in the future, he wants to stop worrying about what others think and just be content with who he is.
I guess the last thing for me to do is really to let go of myself and, you know, just finally be content with my own existence for the time that I exist.
To end it all, he admitted that the criticisms used to affect him much more than it does now.
A lot of criticism and things like this, of course I don't like it. Of course I don't like it. But it doesn't really emotionally affect me in the same way that I think it does for other people. And it used to affect me a lot more, but I've, you know, gotten a little bit better at least at dealing with it. And so hopefully this can answer some questions.
But at the end of the day, he has complete control over his life. That's a very comforting truth.
One thing that I've always really kind of focused on and thought about a lot is that I have complete and absolute agency over my own life. I can do anything that I want to do, and I can not do anything that I don't want to do.
While one YouTuber is honest enough to accept his mistakes, check out our video on KSI's response to being criticized by Dan TDM.